What you're going to need is a sterile orange cap collection container. You will need one gray tube top which says urine culture on it. It will require 4 milliliters. There is a 4 milliliter mark on it. You will need to obtain a marble red and yellow cap tube that says urinalysis on it. That will hold 8 milliliters. You will also need to obtain a transfer straw and towelettes to cleanse the peritoneum off according to the Lippincott manual. All right. Once we have all of those in place, you want to make sure that you grab your labels because you will be identifying the specimen at the patient's bedside using your double identifiers. The patient then has collected their urine specimen. You've done all your double identifiers. You want to check to make sure you have a minimum of 12 milliliters. If you do not have 12 milliliters, you're going to take and use the gray cap tube first and fill that one. You can then send the remaining urine down to lab for a urinalysis. Today our specimen contains more than 12 milliliters, so we will remove the orange cap from our container. We will insert the transfer straw into this urine specimen. We will then obtain the gray cap, which is your culture and sensitivity. This one must be filled first. You're going to invert it and then press it in there. It will autofill. Once it's stopped, you take it off. You look at the fill line to verify that you have the correct amount. If it is below the fill line, you reinsert it on there to pull more urine into your tube. You will then invert the tube 8 to 10 times to mix the preservative with the urine. You can then lay that down to the side. You will then grab your dipstick if you need to do a dipstick. This is where you would do it. If you do not need to do a dipstick, you will then go straight to your red and yellow capped tube. Invert that into your transfer straw. Allow it to fill. Once it's stopped, take it off. Verify that you have 8 milliliters. If not, put it back on to continue filling. All your tubes, invert it back and forth 8 to 10 times. Okay. Your tubes should all be labeled with the patient information. You've done that at the bedside. You can then take the transfer straw out. It goes into your sharps container because there is a needle on the end of it. You can cap your specimen container. You will then double bag them and then send them down to the lab according to our policies.